Hi, this is the facilitator Kamalada for this course Decorators in Python. This is our last video of the series Decorators in Python. We discussed a lot of things. In this video, we'll be discussing the solution to the exercise that I gave you in the earlier video. So let's move on. Once again, repeating the exercise question. Make a decorator that decorates function with one argument. The decorator should take in an argument that is the type of the data that is being provided, and then returns a decorator that makes the function to check if the input is the correct data type or if it is wrong, and it should print, in case of wrong, it should print wrong data type. For example, if we pass on an integer and the function required an integer, so that is a correct data type. But if we pass on a string and the function required an integer data type, it should bring wrong data type. Okay, so this is actually the check type function that we need to create. Here we are going to check if the data type that is being provided, for example integer, so it should only accept integer, or if it is a string or any other, it should only accept string. So this is the decorator that we need to create. Here it is. First of all, we are creating a function type check, and we are passing the actual type of data that we need to make sure it is being provided by the user. So inside that, we are going to create another function that is going to take the old function that needs to be decorated, and within that we are going to create another function that is going to be a new function, and it will check actually whether the argument provided is the correct data type or not. And how do we do it? We already know that there is an existing function is instance that takes in two arguments. One is the data type that we need to check, and one is we need to check if it is the correct data type or not. So for example, if we pass on integer here, and like that is a number 3 or 4 or 5 or any number, and we mention that it needs to be an integer, so it is going to result in true, else it is going to result in false. For example, if we required that the data type to be provided as a string, and here we pass on 3, so it is going to result in false. I'll show you on W3 school about how it works. So if we are looking to check a number 5, and it should be an integer, so it is going to result in true. What it does, if the specified object is of the specified type, otherwise it gives false. So this object needs to be of this type. So I hope now this function is clear to you. This is already a built-in function in Python, so we can directly use that. And in case if that is true, we're going to return the whole function with the same argument. Else we're going to print bad type, and in this decorator function we are going to return the new function and then the old function. Let's run this. Okay, it's already run. Now let's move. Here we created another function times 3, and we are multiplying the number with 3, and we are decorating this times 3 function with the check type to ensure that the correct data type is provided, and we have passed on integer as the object, as a specified object that it needs to check. So let's run this. Okay, check type is not defined. Let's define that again, and now move forward. Okay, we have actually named the function as type underscore check, and here we are using check underscore type. So we need need to correct this, and now it should run properly without creating any error. Now multiplying times 3 with 3, so it should give 9. Okay, perfect. And here we are passing a string value into times 3, and ideally it should print wrong type because this is not a number, and we pass this function with a decorator of type check, so it should check it, and result should be not a number. Result should be wrong data type, bad type, and there was nothing printed because this is not an integer. Now checking this with string value, so we are passing a word or maybe a sentence into the second underscore letter and printing the first value. Actually is first index value. Let's do this. Let's check underscore type. We need to make this type underscore check, and it is done. And let's see now which value it should pass. It should print the second, actually, the letter, because this is the 0th index and this is the first index, and this is a string, so it printed E, and that's perfect. And when I passed a list into it, it's not a string, it's a list, Python list, so it should give an error that wrong data type, bad type. I hope. Initially the exercise looked a bit difficult, but now it's very simple, as you have already seen, because we already use an existing function that is instance, and the other things were really simple. Just needed to create a decorator, pass on, check it with the isInstance function, and it was done. Okay, this is the end of the course. I hope you now have an excellent understanding of one of the advanced concepts in Python, that is decorators, and you already know its importance, its syntax, its workflow, its logic, and we already solved a number of examples, and you also did an exercise, so you'll be able to create decorators yourself. May you have any queries, feel free to contact me, and if you are looking to get connected, you can contact me on my email, that is tag.kumail@gmail.com. You can connect me on Twitter, it's Custech2, CUSTECH2. You can connect me on Udemy and on Medium. Thank you.